Hello everyone, and welcome. This is Darryl playing Minecraft on Ralph Vandenberg's channel. Today I think I have something very special for you. I'm not going to be building anything, I'm not going to be playing any adventure maps, but I am going to be showing you how to import your 1.7 world into your 1.8 world. Or into a 1.8 world. It's a very tricky thing, because your 1.7 point world, if you load it up in 1.8, the terrain that is generated will not match up at all with your 1.7 world. And I had a bad experience with this when I updated. I had to roll back to 1.7 and continue my building and everything. I was not happy. Mojang's done a very good job of making this game. I'm very glad that they did this, but I have to say that I am very disappointed in the way that they've handled their upgrade to 1.8 with the lack of seamless terrain generation. Alright, this is my 1.7 world, as you can see. 1.7.3. I've done a lot of work, and I just cannot abandon this world and start on a new world. I'm sure that many of you feel the same way. I've just put in so many hours, so many evenings. It's just not possible for me to give up on this. I'd rather play 1.7 than upgrade to 1.8 at this time if I can't get my world into the 1.8. So, let me show you how this is done. This is my 1.7 world, as you can see, and I will show you how to import it. So the first thing you need to do is to create a 1.8 world. And if you don't already have a 1.8 world, I recommend that you make a new one. And you can make a new one in creative mode, because you will need to explore and generate all the terrain necessary to import your old world. Okay. Change this to creative and create new world. It's just too hard to explore a brand new 1.8 world in survival mode. It's just not feasible because you have to leg it. So this is what you do. You get your terrain generation going, check out everything. If you already have a 1.8 world that you want to import your 1.7 world into, I recommend using the game mode changer that I'll show you later on, and change your 1.8 world to creative just for the exploration, so you can explore enough terrain to import your 1.7 world. So you're basically looking for a world that its terrain will match up to your 1.7 world, or explore far enough that it will match up. So this is just an example, basically, of how you do this. I've already created a 1.8 world which I have explored that matches up to my 1.7 world. So I'm not going to have to do this forever for you guys to see. But here we've got forest and river. I've got a lot of ocean in mine, so I've had to try a couple times and create a world that has an ocean in it, which I will show you in a second. So it might take a few tries to get some place that matches up, or it might take a little bit of exploring. But find something that you're happy with, because you're going to have to live with it if you continue building. So, alright, I'll show you the next step now. So the next step is to use this program here, MCEdit, which you can download from the internet, and you will want to load your world, your 1.7 world that is. And here you can see this is the world we're just in, my 1.7 world. Your cursor will be free right here to select things. Right click to change your camera view. Q is to fly up. Z is to fly down. The other controls are pretty much the same. And here you can fly around and find a selection of the world that you want to import. So right now I'm going to go over to the far corner in this side. You want to be careful not to select any part of your old world that has not been discovered. You can see that these are the outer boundaries of where you have explored and generated terrain. So right now we will select from right here. If you select outside of this, it will create a permanent world hole that will not be filled in by terrain generation in 1.8. And it will go all the way down through your world to bedrock that you can fall through. So be careful about that. So let's just select this huge chunk right here. There we go. Now this has selected a sliver of your world, basically just the bottom part. In order to select all of the chunks all the way from the top to the very bottom to bedrock, you need to go to select chunks right here. Bam. And that will select everything from the very top to the very bottom, all the way down to bedrock, and that's what you want. Because you want to get all the mountains, all of the towers that you've built, and also all of the caves that you've explored and in the mines that you've dug. So here you can see the selection underground. Now if you have a cave like, let's say this cave right here has something important for you and you want to keep it, all you have to do is click on this side of the selection and bring it out. So there we go. Now we have that cave in there, so you've saved whatever you want. Everything on the inside of the selection is what you will be copying into your 1.8 world. But be careful when you're doing that, when you're selecting more, because somewhere on the edge of your map, like over here, for example, this is a part of the world that you have not explored yet and has not had its terrain generated. So you will either have to go back and explore this terrain in your 1.7 world, or you will just have to not select that that cave that we just saved. So that cave didn't have anything important for me, so I'm just leaving it there. I've already done this one time before, and I've done it to some detail, making sure that everything was in. You know, take your time doing this. It's not going to be a fast process like you're seeing me do here. Make sure you have everything that you want. Make sure everything's there that you want to import. So now that you have your selection, what you want to do is click copy. and this will save a copy of this selection as a file that you can import into your 1.8 world. And just take a second. You want to click Save. And there. So we've saved that now, and now we can exit. Alright, and now what you'll want to do is to load your 1.8 world, which is this one, I believe. So this is the world that I've already gone and explored a whole bunch in, created it in creative mode, and just done a ton of exploration to generate the terrain that I want. Enough terrain to import that huge selection that you just made me, you just saw me make. So now the task is to find a section of this world that is suitable to import your 1.7 world to. And like I've said, I've already done this once before, so I know where I imported it before, and I'm just going to do that again for you guys to see. This takes a while to basically load all the terrain that you'll need to see. But this right here is the place that I've selected. It might be a long process for you to find exactly where to put it. You can also change the orientation of your selection. You can rotate it if you want to get it just to fit just right. So to import, just go down here, click Import, and we have our video 1 test. I'll open that, and that will give me an overlay here of my world, and it will load it up slowly. And that is our selection. That's what we selected. And so we can find a good place. I've selected to import it to right here. Matches up somewhat nicely. Just right in there. Since that's right next to my major city. Alright, it doesn't look half bad. We can inspect, go around. It's not going to be seamless. There's just really no way around that. You could spend hours, you could spend days looking for the perfect world to import your world into, and you're not going to find a perfect match. You're going to have to do some editing along the edges. Some trim work. But basically, this is what it is once you've imported it. The one thing, the one trick that you really have to remember to do in this is the ocean levels. The ocean levels between 1.7 and 1.8 are different by 1 block. As you can see here, the 1.8 world is 1 lower than the 1.7 world. So what we want to do is just click and hold click and then press Z 1 time, and that will nudge the 1.7 world down. Did it do it? It didn't do it. Alright, let's try that again. Click, and nudge down. There we go. Now the ocean levels are even. Very nice, very nice. Once that's done and you're happy with your placement of your world, you can save. You can save your world. Press Control, hold it down to have your options here. Press Save. That will save this as completely overlaid. And it will take some time to import everything. To finalize the blocks. As you can see, it's importing 71 million blocks. Quite a lot. Alright. Might take a couple tries. I think you have to press enter. That's what I did eventually. Alright. And then after you have that, after you see those little red blocks filing away, click save for the last time, and it should take, well, for mine, about 5 minutes to complete. So here we have my 1.7.3 world imported into my 1.8 world that I generated. So I can fly around and check out what I've just done. The ocean levels are even. They are the same. The ocean floor is not the same. Unfortunately, there's no way around that. So that's just how it goes. Gonna have to fix that spot in my wall. Little blunder there that I didn't realize until I was able to fly in creative. But anyway, so what you'll have to do in your new imported 1.8 world is to go around the edges and to edit, basically. Now, using creative is cheating when you're using it to build stuff in a survival type of a map, or to get resources rather than mining them. But for this, I say it is not cheating if you have to go around and clean up the edges of the map. You're basically doing Mojang's job for them in fixing a bug. That's really basically all that it is. Because you're going to have to go around and do this kind of thing. Whatever you want to do, maybe just cover it up. You get the idea. Basically, just do this kind of deal. you know, whatever floats your boat. Take it around those edges, those mountains, or if you don't want the mountain there, you could just basically destroy it. Just get rid of the mountains that are in the way, that have been cut in half. It's really all up to you. So edit with your heart's content around the borders. Try not to give in to the temptation of giving yourself extra resources or building in creative mode on your survival world. And you might be wondering, now that this is in survival mode, in creative mode, that is, how do I get it back to survival mode? Well, I will show you. To get your new 1.8 world back into survival mode from creative mode, you just download this game mode changer from the internet. Just click on it. It's a jar file, and you select the world that you want to change. Change the mode of. In my case, it's this world that we were just in. Click open. Click the level, open, and change it to survival. And that's that. It's done. Let's check out the world now. And here we are, in survival mode, in our new world. With all the joys of not being able to fly. So there you have it. As you can tell, my items here are the same items as before when I was in creative mode. This is all the items that I have now. So if you wanted to save the items that you had back in your 1.7 point world, save them all in chests, because you will not get them back after this whole import deal has gone through. See, I can do this, 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 and this. And now I have nothing in my inventory whatsoever. And it's going to take me a long time to walk back there, so I'm not going to walk all the way back. But, so yeah, you get the idea. I hope this video has been informative. I hope it's been helpful. I know that I wish that there was a video out there for when I first upgraded and had all those troubles. I really hope this helps somebody out there. So so let me know in the comments if this has in fact been helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll do my best to answer them. So yeah, guys, click like, click subscribe, favorite, and I'll see you guys next time for sure. Goodbye.